think
It's the same
we
thing.
should love that woman
And what about the child?
that she aborted,
The one that she murdered, yes.
the one that she aborted. Well, it's sad.
All of us, I'm sure, are really appreciative of it. This is specifically directed toward you, Representative Elaine Gannon, but also open for comment. So some citizens of the state of Missouri may be aware, some may not, that abortion is still legal in the state of Missouri. At-home abortion, clinics are closed. Recently, on May 3rd of this year, Missouri SB 356, which is actually the complete abolition of abortion in Missouri, was heard and unfortunately died within its hearing. Those that spoke for this bill, of course, were abolitionists, given the name. Those that spoke against, many would be surprised, be pro-life organizations like that of Missouri Right to Life. The bill actually defines what abortion is: miscarriages, coercion, and willful malice. It upholds God's standard of innocent until proven guilty. And so much more within the bill's language that anyone who would actually read the bill, they would have no moral justification for opposing it before God, for opposing what the bill stood for. So mainly my question is this: why would someone that proclaims to be a Christian and is in a leadership position that has been granted to them by God and is to be a servant of God by rewarding those that do good and by punishing those that do evil, as stated in Romans 13, why would this person be complacent with the punishment of those that have done no evil, namely the death penalty for the unborn? Because we don't just merely kill people based on inconvenience, size, level of development, location. That's my question.
So, I'm trying to think. I think we had a bill maybe heard in committee for that. Is that, am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes, amongst many others, but yes.
Do you remember what committee it was heard in?
It was the Health and Welfare on May 3rd.
Okay. Do you know who carried it?
It was sponsored by Moon. The ones that I know for certain that were for it were, of course, Moon, Carter, and Rader.
Rader.
Washington.
Okay. But it never made it to the floor, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'm just trying to get my head around when this was. So are you saying then that, was this bill saying that if a woman went across state line and had an abortion and came back to Missouri?
No, it was talking about within specifically the state of Missouri, and they would abolish abortion whatsoever. So no at-home abortion, because that is still legal in the state of Missouri. There's no clinics open in Missouri.
Right.
But they can still order something online or have a doctor prescribe them something and it comes to their house.
Okay.
They can go pick it up.
Okay,
And have it done at home.
And then are you saying that if they have an abortion that way, then that person that had the abortion should be considered a criminal?
Considered a murder, yes, because that is life in the womb.
Yeah.
Unless they are coerced. And the bill actually defines what that is. It defines, like I said, the difference between coercion and willful malice. Because if a woman is coerced into it, she is not guilty. It would be the
Okay.
one who coerces her. They'd be considered the murderer.
I truly, I'm pro-life. I supported the doing away with abortions, in the state of Missouri. I think that if a woman somehow finds a way to have that an abortion, gets a pill somehow, whatever. At that point, no, I do not agree that woman should be considered a criminal.
What about the mother
I
that murders
think-
her 2-year-old?
I think
It's the same
we
thing.
should love that woman,
And what about the child?
that she aborted,
The one that she murdered, yes.
the one that she aborted. Well, it's sad. It's
But is it
definitely
evil?
sad. Yeah, it's evil.
But it's not murder.
Well, you know what? It's something that happened, and,
So the
I
mother that
think
murdered her 2-year-old, that just happened?
the mother that murdered a 2-year-old,
Yes. It's the
And
same thing, it's
where's-
still life. A life in the womb is
Yeah.
no different
No,
than
no.
the life outside. The
I
only
see
difference
where
is
you're coming
size,
from, I
location,
see
level of
now,
development.
I see where you're coming
difference.
from, but I agree with Missouri Right to Life, that in those situations, we need to love that mother. We
But
need
not the
to,
child.
well, if a mother murders the 2-year-old,
Mhm.
or we've heard about that, happening before, or murdering 3 kids. Or
Right.
all of them driving off into the lake and they're all dead.
All
Mom and all
medieval.
the kids.
Yes.
But if a parent, mother or father, murders their child,
Mhm.
then that is a crime.
It's considered murder
Yes.
in all cases.
I'm just saying where I stand.
So you don't agree with God? Because God says
I'm
that
a
from the moment of
Christian.
conception, a child,
I'm a Christian. I have discussed this issue with my minister.
as
Now
have
that
we,
now that I know where you're coming from, it's all starting to come back to me now, that we have to, it might be a 16-year-old girl that took that pill. It might be a 21-year-old woman that took that pill that maybe's, no money, no job.
in the case
no-
of rape, so who should we deal out justice? The child or the father?
In the case of rape,
If a man rapes a woman, who dies justly,
well,
enacted out by the state?
I mean, Mark, this is turning into a debate instead of a question.
yes,
You're gonna take a
and I
side.
gave my opinion, and
Okay,
if
well,
you
I
wanna
ask
hear
of
from
you to
somebody
repent
else,
before God.
pardon?
I ask of you to repent before God, and so do all the churches that believe the word of God.
Okay, yeah,
Separation of church and state.
Actually, the church created that. The church created that.
It's a question that causes you to think a little bit. But
It is.
I would not, I am pro-life, I'm against abortion, but that to me is a bridge too far to have a mother be brought up on charges for murder. I couldn't do that.
Even if it's underneath willful malice.
Okay, so we, at this point, we agree to disagree. You've brought up your points. You were eloquent in your presentation. Elaine has done her best to answer it. It may not be the answer you want. We're gonna have to move on to the next
That's fine.
participant. Thank you.
I'll respect the time.
Okay.
You guys have a great evening.
Thank you.